We'll have two concluding speeches, one from Dipak, a short one probably, and a short one from myself to conclude the evening. And then we promise that the champagne will be served downstairs with a fantastic dinner in the nef. They are finalizing the preparation. Dean, for a few concluding words, please.
I had a discussion with the chef, and he said, "What advice can you give me as a business school dean?" I said, "I would make people so hungry that your food would taste better than normal," right? So that's why we are extending the time. Now, this evening is a very special evening for me and my colleagues from INSEAD. And before I make few remarks, I think you all should join me in thanking Jean-Marc for creating this platform where we are able to discuss the issues that the world is facing. And so please join me and give a big hand to you for your leadership. When you look at forums like this, where we have a collection of people who have graduated from INSEAD, business leaders, I look at students who come to study at INSEAD. They come there to seek knowledge. This platform, when I see the alumni community, this community brings wisdom. So this forum is, if you look at INSEAD versus this forum, I would call it from knowledge to wisdom, which means one of the main objectives of a business school is how we draw upon the wisdom of people who have graduated and how we bring back to the students. So first objective is to create this platform. Second thing, if you look at a business school, we are what we call in the knowledge creation business. And we create knowledge through research, create knowledge through innovative models of teaching, because our job as a teacher is not to teach, but to create the desire of the subject in you. So if you, and Kate, I will tell you, being a marketing professor, though you can call this video tape as a marketing thing, but every person who was there had a success attached to him or her. And so when that person speaks, people think that, yes, if this person can become at that level, we can also achieve that success. And that's where I think business schools play a very important role in creating bodies of knowledge which we get to share with people. The second phase, I would say, is knowledge dissemination. You can create all the knowledge, but if you don't share the knowledge with all of you or with the new generation, that knowledge is of very little use. And when I walked in and I saw the first screen, I was very touched by it, because those kids, when they were mentioning about what the world should be doing, their words were free of any malice. That was a true that reflected true innocence. So I was thinking we should change the school from teaching MBAs to reverse MBA to bringing these kids and influencing them by the knowledge that we have, because that can really make a very unique things. And this is something, after joining INSEAD, there is a local school where my daughter goes, and I sent her to the local French school. Her knowledge of French was close to mine. And I met the principal this year. After a year, he told me that your daughter can teach French to the French. I said, that's a very, very big compliment. But the point is, you cannot be global without being local. So we have to have the roots And that's what I think business schools should do. Create intellectual capital, but also create innovative ways of teaching. And the last part is knowledge certification. You come to INSEAD to get a degree, MBA or executive MBA. Once you have the degree, you add credibility to your vita or your resume, because then people would say, as you mentioned, one person who came to INSEAD and now the person has achieved the glory. So without the certification, people won't come to us. So knowledge creation, knowledge dissemination, and knowledge certification creates the discussion platform, it creates innovation, and it also creates a sense of belonging. So I feel very proud that somebody asked me to be a part of this institution. And I was just listening to the previous speakers, and I would just end. You mentioned about Davos. I happened to be there this January, and our CEO of GE France was asking me, tell me at least one person who was a student and achieved something in life. And the first name I told her was Christine Lagarde. Yes, so she took two classes with me. So she was one of those panels with the finance minister of France that time. So she was speaking. So I saw her and I said that, let me see if I can say hello to her. So all the security guards say, you cannot cross this line. I stood there, she was speaking and she saw me. She came down off the podium. The security guards could not stop her. So, so she came to me, gave me a big hug and told me what I taught her. And she also told me something. She said, the INSEAD asked me to be the dean, but they found a better person, right? So this I thought was a very big compliment coming from her. So, we teachers remain teachers, but our students reach high places. So my only concluding remark to all of you is, we are in a world which is going through a very different phase. And it's our joint responsibility to do something where we can make a huge difference, not only through financial resources, but one resource I need is your time. And once we put collectively our time efforts, I really believe that this would be a unique opportunity. As Newton said many years ago, to every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. That's true in the physical world. In the social world, to every action there is an equal and opposite delayed reaction. So let's not look at the performance immediately. Let's put our efforts today. And I think we can then reflect back and see that we have done something that the world would be proud of. So I thank everyone in this room to come and bless INSEAD, and I look forward to many more such forums in the coming future. Thank you all.
Merci, Dean. I'm sure at the next INSEAD Essentials, your grammar and vocabulary in French will have improved.
I'm going to give up my unique value proposition.
That is true. That is true. So we'll do it again bilingual next year. Non, chers amis, dear friends, je tenais à vous remercier encore une fois d'avoir été présents ce soir pour cette première édition des INSEAD Essentials. J'espère sincèrement que vous reviendrez. J'espère sincèrement que ça vous a plu, que ça vous a touché, que ça vous a marqué. Et j'espère que ce sera la première d'une longue série. Je remercie à nouveau nos sponsors partenaires, mais surtout, encore une fois, nos intervenants, Clara, Gonzague, Kate, Antoine, Jacques, Monseigneur Dominique Ray, Marc, Dipak. I know what you do behind the scene again, and you do a lot. You change the world, basically. And the fact that you're coming here to speak about it, it's wonderful for us. It's a blessing, you use the word, to have you coming to speak to INSEAD, all of you. Some of you are from INSEAD. I should have mentioned that. Marc, Jacques, who else? I think that's it for the time being. We should not do that. But basically, thank you again for that, for being here tonight from London, from Toulon, from Paris. Some were traveling in Hungary today. They were here for us. They were here for you. So once again, a big thank to all of you. Thank you very much. Now, we learned a lot tonight, and I cannot just summarize it, because we heard a lot of words, a lot of ideas, a lot of concepts: humility, humanization, respect, impact, sustainability, capitalism of inclusion rather than capitalism of exclusion, social entrepreneurship, le travail bénévole qui doit être aussi considéré que le travail rémunéré, the 7 C's, les 7 C, to which Dipak added the 8th one, courage, le 8e C, les 3 R, les 3 H. Je pense que vous avez tout noté. L'exécution that Kate was referring to, execute to deliver the better future rather than just think about it. And remember what I said, I want this to be a call for action. And some youngsters here, they were typing in the tweets, you know, with the hashtag wake up call, guys. Tonight is a call for action, and I hope you were inspired by this panel. Now, there are 3 ideas which were talked about here, and 3 ideas which are very simple to me: hope, leadership, and education. There is hope that we can make the world a better place. There is hope that we can change the world. And there is clearly hope when you see the leaders of INSEAD, Havas, KKR, Equistone, GE, INSEAD, the Catholic Church, Egon Zehnder, gathering to teach us and to give us counsel on how to make the world a better place. These guys, you know, they have something else to do tonight. And Clara was just talking to her kids just before to say, oh, I'm not in for dinner. I think you have 9 children. So that's a lot to feed and to care for. So they have something else really than being here tonight. So if they made the move to be here tonight, it's because there is hope. They share this hope with you. And I hope that this hope is now true within yourselves as well. Leadership. There is a fundamental need to trust and to empower the leaders. We need to trust them because they are the ones who are going to carry the change of the world towards a better place, towards the common good. But the leaders are not, like someone said, the top leaders, I think it's Mark, the top leaders of CAC 40 or S&P 500. It's all of us. Some of us have been to INSEAD, you know, the business school to create and manufacture leaders. Some of us have not been to INSEAD here, but you're leaders as well, from different scales. So the question is, how do we trust you? How do we empower you so that you go tomorrow morning and create something, a little dot, do one thing to make the world a better place? The One Young World Forum or Summit is a wonderful example of that. We're going to empower the next generation. If our generation has failed or partly failed to make the world a better place, then the next one will have to take care of it anyway. And they have to succeed, because otherwise it's going to be a big, big, big nightmare, as you said, Kate, and we're already there. Education. Education, that's the fundamental element to grow the future generation. There is no other choice. There is no other choice rather than having INSEAD and many other institutions, because it's not just about business to make the world a better place. It's also about medicine, legal, engineers, scientists, etc., working in all these companies that we talked about, working in all your companies as well. But education system, business schools and others, has to change to help breed and grow those future talent, those future leaders, the next generation that's going to own the world tomorrow. Maintenant, pour conclure, je donne 2 messages d'envoi très très clairs. Après tout ce qu'on a entendu, je ne vais pas en rajouter énormément. Mais la première idée, c'est qu'il est possible de rendre le monde meilleur. Indépendamment de la crise, des inégalités, de tout ce qu'on peut voir de mal et de moche dans le monde, et de crise actuelle, il est possible de rendre le monde meilleur. Nos intervenants l'ont montré, des milliers de témoignages existent dans le monde des affaires, en politique, des associations, des églises, etc. Simplement, il faut éradiquer une maladie qui sont les mots « isme ». Le cynisme, l'égoïsme, le pessimisme, l'égocentrisme, le dogmatisme, qui sont typiquement en France des mots qui viennent freiner notre désir, notre envie, notre passion de rendre le monde meilleur. Donc ces mots en isme, c'est notre action ici collective qui va faire en sorte qu'on puisse les éradiquer, les éliminer. Ce sont ça les vraies barrières. Il faut trouver la volonté et la force d'agir. On a cette force collective et la meilleure recette, je ne sais plus qui l'a donnée, c'est le don, giving back. Giving back, ce que les Américains prêchent énormément dans leurs universités et pour les alumni. Giving back, ce qu'on a appris, ce qu'on a reçu, ce qu'on a construit, ce qu'on nous a donné, eh ben, on le rend aux autres, aux futures générations, à la communauté, pour faire et pour rendre un monde meilleur. Donc, allez-y, demain matin, give back to the world, redonnez ce que vous avez appris et reçu, et le monde tournera mieux demain matin. Le deuxième et dernier message d'envoi ce soir, il est très très simple. C'est Antoine qui l'a mentionné. Il était écrit là, tapé, vous voyez, c'est pas de la triche. C'est doing good and doing well. Doing good and doing well. Les deux. On peut faire les deux. On peut réussir sa vie et on peut réussir dans la vie. Une société peut être financièrement performante et accomplir et mener à bien sa mission de développement durable, de responsabilité sociale. Un leader peut être admiré et suivi par de nombreux followers, suiveurs, et il peut être aussi un grand rêveur et un grand idéaliste qui veut changer le monde. Vous voyez, c'est and et pas or. Et donc je pense qu'il faut éliminer ce soir toute cette recette du désastre, le work-life balance. Vous savez, on fait 33% sa vie privée, 33% son boulot, 33% les associations caritatives. Balance, l'exclusion ou la partition. Préférez le work-life integration. Si vous intégrez tout ça, vous devenez authentique. Vous êtes 100% dans votre famille, 100% dans votre travail, 100% dans vos associations, 100% dans vos églises, 100% avec l'association des alumni et je ne sais quoi. Et vous allez démontrer cet engagement. Et je crois que c'est vraiment le mot de la fin, celui avec lequel je vais vous laisser. L'engagement, pour moi, c'est un des tops, je sais pas, il doit y avoir 15 E du leadership de Jack Welch et des autres. Mais vraiment, le E, pour moi, du leadership, c'est l'engagement. Parce que l'engagement va vous permettre d'être un témoin, va vous permettre de porter une action, va vous permettre de témoigner de vos rêves et va vous permettre de changer le monde. Et ça se démontre mathématiquement. Alors, pardon pour Unilever, mais je vais prendre un exemple de Procter & Gamble. Jim Stengel, l'ancien patron du marketing de Procter & Gamble, les couches Pampers, a fait une étude sur 50 000 sociétés et marques pendant 10 ans, avec Millward Brown, pour les aider. Le top 50 de performance de ces sociétés, donc 50 sur 50 000, qui ont une valeur créée de 400% supérieure à la moyenne des autres, 4 fois plus, 5 fois plus, eh bien, ce sont les 50 dont on a pu démontrer clairement qu'elles vivaient avec un idéal, qu'elles vivaient avec un engagement, et que les top leaders de ces sociétés et de ces marques portaient un engagement, celui de rendre le monde meilleur et celui d'améliorer la vie des citoyens. Donc c'est possible, l'engagement est nécessaire, notre engagement est nécessaire, votre engagement est nécessaire. La question avec laquelle je vous laisse, qu'est-ce que vous allez faire personnellement de cette soirée, de ce que vous avez entendu, de ce que vous avez appris, de ce que vous avez écouté ou réentendu? Et qu'est-ce que ça va être votre petite dot, le do one thing, votre petite action? Demain matin, quelle est votre action? Quel est votre rêve? Quel est votre engagement? Quel est votre désir et votre volonté de rendre le monde meilleur dès demain matin, après le buffet de ce soir? Je vous remercie pour cette excellente soirée. Je vous souhaite un bon dîner et une bonne continuation. Merci.